Hey there, whippersnappers, this is Tortimer the Grey. Welcome you back to another exciting episode of Pixelmon on the Tortimer the Grey gaming channel. Today I'm bringing you Pixelmon live from the PixelmonXO server, and actually it's not live, I'm recording it, but we are on the PixelmonXO server, which is the other server that I've mentioned to you guys a couple of times over on Decimon, the server that I've been playing on just for fun with some of my friends. But with things kind of starting to slow down on the Decimon server, I figured since you guys seemed to be, in last week's episode, very saddened by the idea of Pixelmon potentially going away, you guys were you really love seeing Pixelmon. I figured that I would start kind of a tag team thing, because I'm definitely, you guys just saw my starter there. I've got a level 70 shiny Feraligatr, and I've got lots of other Pokemon besides, so I'm definitely not starting over on this server, so I don't think that there's going to be enough content from either server at this point to really constitute a single series. But I think that if I kind of tag team where, like, if something interesting is happening on Decimon, I'll record there, or if, you know, if nothing interesting is happening over here, then I'll record on PixelmonXO and vice versa. So I'm gonna go where the action is. I'm gonna be kind of like a reporter. I'm gonna be like, I'm going where the action is, and so I'm just gonna try and bring you guys interesting Pixelmon content. And I think by kind of going back and forth, there's going to be no real rhyme or reason to it. I could be on Decimon for 3 weeks in a row, and then an episode of PixelmonXO, or vice versa. I mean, it'll just kind of be wherever the interesting stuff is happening is where I'm going to be. And so you guys will still get exciting Pixelmon stuff, and I'm still going to do updates on both servers now, because, you know, I think, you know, life started getting breathed back into Decimon a little bit last week. Chat even picked up and stuff like that. People who I hadn't seen say anything in months were suddenly back saying things completely unprompted. So that was kind of exciting. I think everyone's just kind of been super busy with school and stuff, I guess, with the new semester starting in January and everything like that. Or whatever the reason has been, and so maybe Decimon's not dead after all. I guess we'll kind of see. But in the meantime, PixelmonXO is a very active server that I've been playing on for about a month. Yeah, I guess about a month. I was invited and added to the whitelist before I went on my break. Or actually, just about when I went on my break last year for Christmas break or whatever, and so I wasn't able to get on. I was traveling, visiting my wife's family and stuff, so I didn't really get on until I got back after New Year's, and so yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed playing on the server. And I was kind of having fun playing on it with no commitments, but I think that it's high time that I bring you guys recorded PixelmonXO. I did a bit of streaming with it a couple of times, but I think that since you guys love Pixelmon and things are kind of slow on the other server right now, that this will be kind of the best way to do it. So like I said, been playing on here for a while. This server's been up even longer than that. I think they've been up. Well, I guess I kind of give you kind of some background to this server before we get into it. PixelmonXO is owned by SicknessXO, or Mona. She was a former member of the Decimon server, and this server was kind of founded by all those people who kind of left several months ago. We've talked about that in previous episodes, but all those people who left the server for one reason or another, who left Decimon for one reason or another, have kind of banded together and created this server, which went live beginning of December, maybe? I think is when they started putting out content on it, if I remember correctly. So yeah, we've got Meg and Max and Mona and April. Winter is on here. She was briefly on Decimon. And when all the stuff kind of happened over there, all that drama, she kind of followed some of her friends away from the server. But yeah, so it was originally created by tons of Decimon, former Decimon members. There is also now a handful of people like me who are on both. We've got, let's see, oh, Fire is also here, a former Decimon member, Fireflies, who we did an episode or two with. So Kay's, this is Kay's place. Kay's is also over here. This is J-Seed's RV or whatever, his truck. So J-Seed, Kay's have come over. Let's see, Skull is also here. Peace Girl. And Jeannie. Jeannie, we probably haven't seen anything from her in any of my episodes, but she was briefly on Decimon, and then and she's also now on here. This is PG's place, and so yeah, it's you got a lot of nice familiar faces on here. But the coolest thing is, well, the coolest thing is getting to play with people like Meg and Max and April and Mona and all them again, because it was really sad to see them go when ooh, my throat got a little choked up there. It was it was sad to see them go when they left, and now we've got kind of the whole gang back together. All the active people from Decimon seem to be over here now, and then all the people who we no longer got to play with when that whole thing happened are here too. So it's kind of the best of both worlds at the moment, and everybody's pretty active. And you got lots of great builders on here, and lots of well, I was about to say, so we've got lots of former Decimon members, lots of current Decimon members, and then the other cool thing is lots of just cool new people as well, which is, it's always great in this community, or in this kind of, you know, realm of YouTube and things like that, to get to meet some cool new people. And so we've got one of the guys I've spent a lot of time hanging out with is Fatman. He's a great builder on this server. He's built much of Spawn. He built this beautiful house. He also built Winter's place, PG's place. I'm guessing by the style here that he's also built 8-Brit's place, or 8-Brit and Prothy, which are, they actually left Decimon a long time ago. They were on, I don't think they really ever started playing on the new map. I think they just kind of got busy. They'd gotten married and they were just, you know, busy. And so then when they decided they were ready to come back, they came here since it was a little bit more active, I think. But our spawn is built on top of an Extreme Hills biome, so we get lots of Sableye spawns and things like that, although they've cranked down, the mod creators have cranked down the diamond drops, so that's been a little saddening. But yeah, so lots of great, cool people on this server. Fatman's a new guy who we've been hanging out with, and just lots of others besides. Excuse me. And so it's kind of early in the morning for me, so my throat's still kind of waking up. But yeah, so spawns, you know, we've been building it up, and it's been a lot of fun because unlike on the Decimon server, where like they kind of built up Spawn before the map even started, they kind of grabbed old buildings from the previous map and kind of just created Spawn. We've kind of been creating it from scratch, and I think they probably built some stuff in creative before they opened up the server, like I'm sure this Pokeball was and things like that. But other than that, you know, people have been building up shops. We've got the enchanting station here. This is J-Seed's dye and wool shop. He loves his colors, man. So he's got all of his dyes and everything here. I've been providing him with some stuff as I've been doing some EV training, like black ink and stuff. A lot of this is, I think this all is from me, EV training on tentacles and stuff. So everybody's putting up shops, everybody's putting up houses and things like that. In fact, let's jump on my Skarmory here, and Skarmory spawns in Extreme Hill biome, so I just kind of grabbed the first flyer I could find. But we've got lots of members on here. I think, you know, so they started with a group of people who had previously been on Decimon, added a couple of friends, and then they added, when they opened up, they invited several of the active Decimon players, including myself, J-Seed, Skull, etc., to join the server. And then they had open applications on their website for a while. I think we're pretty much full at this point, but link to the channel, or link to the website for the server, will be in the description below if you guys want to try putting in an application. There may still be some slots, I don't know. But yeah, so they've really had to expand Spawn. They were kind of hoping to keep everything kind of up on these hills here. They didn't even really want, this is my creepy looking house right here, and we'll take a look at that again in a second here, but they didn't even really want us down on this road. They're like, let's try and keep things more tight. But since then, they added this road back behind this hill, this new road, which I hadn't even seen before, this road over here around this lake and everything. So we have been growing by leaps and bounds, which has been really, really cool. And it's early in the morning here, but usually there's, you know, at least 2 or 3 other people on with you, which is really awesome for being a server. Nice to have active stuff. It's been a while since I've been on a super active server, having been a member of Farside and stuff. Is this place burning down? What is going on here? Oh no, I'm caught in smoke. No, no, no. There we go. All right, this is some sort of forge or something. Let's there we go. But yeah, so it's been a lot of fun. We've been spending a lot of time building up spawn. Everybody got kind of a 16 by 16 plot for their spawn house, and I think the shops are similarly sized. But yeah, we've been having a lot of fun. I've been having a lot of fun, and it's just been really cool getting to reconnect with people, meet some fun new people, and I'm excited to get to share that with you guys at this point. There we go. Oh, we got a gas tier. Perfect. All right, so that kind of reminds me, this server, on top of just having some cool people and things like that, it's also got some cool new new stuff on it that we haven't been using in Decimon, particularly the pawn shop, which we're going to go take a look at right now. Max has set up, when the server started, he set up a pixel point system, which I don't know, I was under the impression that it was something he had created. Now if you go to the mod page on the Pixelmon website, you'll find a side mod there called Pixel Points, but I'm not sure if that's, for all I know, Max does map creation and redstoning and things like that. For all I know, he sent them the stuff for them to add, but what it is we got the pawn shop here, and there's all these items listed here with values. So fish 1, apples 10, gas tiers 10, and so I happen to have some of that stuff here. Blaze, ooh, it is blaze powder now. Okay, perfect. So I got tons of blaze powder. Before I thought it was blaze rods. So let's go ahead and turn that into powder so we can deposit it. But what you do, you drop these items in here, and you press that button and it'll process. And so if we hit tab, we'll see I've got 10,412 somethings, and those are pixel points. And what we do is we get VAT points for like things like food and you know, other stuff that really have no use. Blaze powder, like what are we gonna do with blaze powder? Make infinite numbers of like fire resist potions? I mean, some of this stuff there's just really isn't a use for in the Pixelmon mod, and so they've created a place where you can kind of deposit that stuff and get kind of a currency with it. And so we see it's processing. I'm getting pixel points added to my system here. When this light's on, that means it's processing. And if you put something in there that's not on this list, it'll get dumped into this chest so you can pick it up. I heard something. Yeah, okay. Don't think I broke it. But what we can use those pixel points for is we've got a shop here where we can buy like nether stars so we can make beacons, rare candies. They're really anti-rare candy here. We can't even craft them, and it takes 200,000 pixel points for a single rare candy. So literally no one will ever use rare candies on this server. It's a bit ridiculous if I'm being honest with you. But yeah, so they're really anti-rare candy here. They might as well just make them not available because that's just never going to happen. But you can buy cobwebs and skeleton heads and some other things here. There's also another shop over here where we can buy like statue vouchers. They don't just hand out chisels like they do on, like we did on the Decimon server, but you can buy a statue voucher and they'll come put a statue somewhere for you. And then you've also got some of these other blocks that are kind of Pixelmon specific that you can't craft or get anywhere else. You can buy those. So that's pretty cool. A cool way to use your pixel points. The other way, and we'll jump up in here. We've got the big central Pokeball here is kind of the central Pokemon Center. We've got traders, and they got a Blissey that ate Nurse Joy, healers and stuff. This little guy is actually one of my favorite things. I have yet to use one, but it's a trader, and if you come here, if you give him a Venonat, or no, you give them a Tangela and you get a Venonat, and so these, once you do this trade, they disappear, and then one of the admins will plop down a couple of other guys with all new trades, and you can do stuff like that. But so this is kind of the central Pokemon Center, and it's got our Nether hub in here as well. And if we come through here, we'll find ourselves in the Nether, and we've got this little place here, the subway spawn hubs. We come down here, and we can also use pixel points. Max has set up some command block stuff where we can use pixel points to teleport. So we come in here, And if we don't want to bother running out to some place, you've got these buttons. And so Mesa Biome is a free teleport, I believe, still at this point. That'll take you out to the Mesa. If you want to go out to Max's base, you can click that one. Kaze's place, you can click that one. Although I think, yeah, he's close enough that I think he doesn't even have a button anymore. But we can go out to Fatman's place, Scott's place, and so, you know, lots of cool stuff in here. If we want to go, let's go out to the Mesa, I guess. So we click this button. Normally it would cost us 30 pixel points to do that. I think the Mesa is free, and then you can go through the portal out to the Mesa, or you can come back onto the subway and then go back to spawn. Returning to spawn, I believe, is always free, but that's a cool way to use pixel points as well, getting you back and forth to places. So yeah, that's the subway system. We've got lots of stuff cropping up here. That goes out to Kaze's place, that little tunnel. That goes to Mona's gym, things like that. We'll explore more of this place next episode, because I'm going to want to take you guys out to where my gym is, but I think we're going to save that. I think we're going to stick towards spawn pretty much this episode. Alright, so also, I guess I just mentioned gym, so let's come in here. They've got kind of a gym showcase of their own here, except for they've put up every single badge, and then people just claim which one they want. But this is super exciting because look at how many badges have been claimed. Theoretically, we're going to get this many gyms. There's people working on these gyms, and that makes me really happy. On the last server, on Decimon, half the people weren't even like, I'm just not even going to do gyms. Which, you know, that's their prerogative. They don't have to do a gym, but that's kind of why I was there. We kind of had our gym challenge thing going, and nobody was really challenging my gym, and I've kind of almost run out of gyms to challenge on that server. So I'm really excited to see this. I don't think any gyms are technically open yet, but you'll see, here's the gym badge I've claimed. And it's, how can I get a view of, well, it's the evil badge. I know this is like the rising badge. It's Claire's badge, but it looks kind of evil. It's kind of a face with like dark red eyes and things like that. It looks evil to me, so I've claimed it. I'm calling it the evil badge, and we are going to be opening up the evil gym. No more good guy Tortimer. We are going full on evil here. Ooh, just like punching the ground. Didn't mean to do that. We're going full-on evil here, and so that's going to be pretty fun. I'm excited about that. I've started compiling some of the most evil Pokemon I could find, but I think we're going to worry about gym stuff mostly next episode. I do have, spoiler alert, my shiny giant menacing Feraligatr is going to be on the team, and we'll just kind of continue on. I want to show you guys my spawn house, kind of just give you guys a feel for how evil I really become. But no, everyone got a 16 by 16 plot here, and I decided to, in fact, let's, no, not for alligator. Let's get Skarmory back out here, and we'll take to the skies briefly, and show you guys just kind of around. I stole this design, definitely just stole it block for block, essentially. Well, I've made some tweaks, but essentially block for block from Vodka King on the Farside server. You guys might recommend this from the Steampunk District. I just kind of stole it. It was kind of it looked like I could turn it into, I changed all of the blocks that were used in it, to make it look a little more menacing. I've got the netherrack and dark oak wood and things like that to make it kind of dark and evil looking, and I threw all the vines and stuff on it, and made some other tweaks here and there, but large in a way, this design was by Vodka King, and he may have stolen it from somewhere else as well, I don't know. But he was a great builder, at least as far as I know. Again, maybe he was using schematics or something, but that's whose build I stole it from. But I made a lot of changes. You know, I've worked on corrupting the land around my evil house. I've got some pod soul and soul sand. I've got a little pond here. I put some leaves down to kind of make the ground even more broken up. I got a cauldron cooking out front, a skull on the lawn. If we come inside, you know, I've got some cobwebs in places, things like that. I got my cellar, my dark dank cellar, where I've got my chicken farm, which is actually pretty low. Where's all my babies? Babies! But yeah, so I got some chicken constantly cooking, which I use for pixel points. They're not worth much, and this farm isn't super high efficiency, or at least the rates aren't really high. I've only got like 10 chickens feeding into it. So it feeds up slowly, so I'm not like breaking the economy or anything, but yeah. So I've got some stuff on the back here, hay bales and stuff. This had been a little farm, but birds keep falling out of the sky and breaking my farm out. So yeah, that's my house. I'll give you guys a quick tour of it. It's pretty much a labyrinth, and there's a lot of stuff. But I've got my bedroom up here. If we go up a little staircase, again, more cobwebs and stuff, making it look creepy and evil. I've just been doing some fun detailing stuff, which has been cool. I got my basic storage room here. Not, real overwhelming in size, but, basically this is where most of my storage goes. I've got some overflow stuff later. I've got all these nice little balconies hanging off the house. And stuff like that. So I mean, it's kind of a labyrinth. You go up different levels. There's lots of balconies and other rooms we can go into, things like that. More cobwebs, mossy, and cracked stone in here as well. This is some of my overflow storage where all my feathers go. And I've already donated like a double chest of feathers to the Ender Dragon fight campaign to get arrows made and stuff. But yeah, just more rooms. My Pokeball Forge is up here, where I make all my Pokeballs. And then we've got one last room up at the top here. And we can take off from this one, which I didn't put an overhang on it so I could land and take off. Ooh, we got a wild Charizard there. But yeah, so that's my house. Nice and creepy. I've got a lot of stuff still to do with it. Lots of empty rooms and things there that I've got to do stuff with. Basement's pretty empty, things like that. But yeah. So but yeah, just a lot of fun hanging out with some cool people, reconnecting with some old friends, and training some Pokemon. We'll definitely continue to do, like I said at the beginning, alternating episodes. As interesting stuff happens on Decimon, I'll put out episodes on Decimon. As interesting stuff happens here, we'll put out episodes here. I think we've got some a server event coming up at the end of this week, early next week. So there should be some stuff coming out in the next couple of weeks from that. It's kind of a UHC sort of deal in the way that we're recording it in chunks, or breaking it up into chunks and uploading it together. So it's not a UHC, but it's that sort of format, I guess. So I'm not really sure when all of that will be going up. I'm kind of at the mercy of everybody else on how that happens. But yeah, we do have one of the guys on the server, Fatman, has put together, or well, he's in charge of the holiday stuff on the server. So every holiday he puts something up, and so this time he's got some love discs with some hearts there. I kind of helped him with getting the idea for this, and he put it up, and I think it looks great. So this is for Valentine's Day, which is coming up this weekend, I guess. So happy Valentine's Day to you guys. I hope you guys enjoy spending time with the ones that you love, and I love you guys. You guys are my Valentines. Now, Mrs. Gray is my Valentine. We're actually going skiing this weekend, I think, or something again. Yeah, so this is the PixelmonXO server. Really excited to bring you guys content from this server. I hope you guys will enjoy it. We'll get into some more Pokemon-y related stuff, but I wanted to kind of give you guys a spawn tour, and this is Skull's beautiful house right across the street from me, and I showed you JC and K's places, I think. But yes, we've got lots of fun current Decimon members, former Decimon members, and then other just cool people in between. So very excited about what this server is going to bring for us. I think we'll get a lot of fun content out of it, and I hope you guys will enjoy it. Next episode we do on here, well, it'll kind of depend. The next LP episode, we may have, the next episode that comes out of here may be that server event. But the next episode where we're kind of just hanging out, we will do, we'll go look at our gym team and our gym location, things like that, and we'll do some more fun stuff in that way, more Pokemon-y kind of stuff. But I think that server event's going to be really cool, so you guys will enjoy that as well. But I think that's pretty much PixelmonXO here, and I hope you guys will enjoy it. Again, there will be no rhyme or reason as to when things are coming out. It'll just be whenever there's interesting Pixelmon content on a server, that'll be the server that I'm recording on. So either way, you guys will have exciting Pixelmon stuff on Wednesdays still for the time being, at least for a while here. Pixelmon, at least, well, I'll say Pixelmon because Decimon is the only server I'm doing Pixelmon stuff recording on, has been really down. So it'll be interesting to see if adding this into the rotation helps boost Pixelmon views, because I think at the moment Pixelmon is my least viewed series. So we'll keep doing this for a while, and I know, because I know you guys said in the comments how much you really enjoy Pixelmon, but if things continue to decline on views and things like that, we may take a little break from it and come back with something new. But for the foreseeable future, you'll be getting Pixelmon on both PixelmonXO and Decimon, and I hope you guys will enjoy. As always, I've been Tortimer the Great, and you guys have been great. I look forward to future Pixelmon adventures with you guys, and I will see you guys next time. Make sure you likes, comments, and subscriptions for me, guys. Check out the link to the PixelmonXO website. Check out all the other cool people who are on this website, or on this server, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good one.